Hey, how's it going out there? You already know who it is. It's Brother Divine. I just wanted to come on here and talk about my last business, which is Divine Union Coaching. Well, I'm bringing out a book under that name. It's a relationship book because the simple fact is the people who love hard, like they love different. We so forgiving and we try to give the best of us and hope that our partner feels that love and say back to us like, yes, I want to be able to make this person feel as special as they make me feel. Like, I know today it doesn't really look like relationships are the best route to go because the simple fact is everybody's breaking up and it's all public and out there, and it's like why even try to find that love or that person that you want to spend the rest of your life with. Well, this next chapter that I'm coming up on is my second chapter, and I feel like it's a really deep one, so I really feel like I could give a little insight, like to a lot of things like that I experienced inside my life and experiencing even today. I want people to be able to feel comfortable to open up themselves to another person because the simple fact is sometimes is that outside eye from someone that's literally not trying to get over on you or try to turn you against your husband because that's just wrong. At the end of the day, I'm happily married, and yeah, we still have imperfections. We have things we also work on as well, but that's the whole journey of life. If you found somebody that you truly love, can you not imagine just fighting for that next day, that next year, but in a better way, in a way where basically y'all actually communicating at least, even if the communication is, I don't like you today. Sorry. Sometimes it's just more better to be honest than to be quiet. Like literally, sometimes communication does turn into argument, but at the same time, you still communicating. These are little signs that we could be paying attention to in a relationship that matters. Like, I mean, I know it feels hard. Like it feels like it's never gonna work the way that you want it to work. But are you really working, or are you stressing over the fact that it's not working? See, I find myself in this position a whole lot of times. Like literally, to tell you the truth, as a man, as a husband, I feel like no. I want to be able to give my wife the world. She don't see it like that. She see it as basically like, nigga, I didn't marry you for what you have or no kind of material. No, it ain't all about that. It's just the wholesome fact is, at the end of the day, inside my heart, I feel like I could lose you to someone who could do better. I hear that, I hear what she's saying. She's communicating to me clearly, but at the same time, it doesn't change the feeling inside my heart. Like I know I could do better. I will do better. And I always talk about like literally my whole entire life. people hire me for jobs and stuff like that. And it's lifting and it's construction, it's something physical. And I appreciate them for that. But I literally want to use my brain and earn as well. So this what makes me come up with Divine Union Coaching. The reason why, because I don't have thousands of dollars to be able to go to college to become a counselor right now. But I feel like I could be able to start helping people now as a coach, and this will build up towards me being able to get that counseling on the end of my name and literally do what I feel like God gave me a purpose to do. Like, I remember being inside the shelter with my children, and like literally probably a lot of people probably would look at me and be like, man, every time I see this guy, he always around a bunch of girls. But they don't really understand, like, yeah, I was around a bunch of girls, and those girls were women. Like, literally, they would tell me stuff about girls, telling me stuff about myself. Like, they were a big help. Like, I could never ever experience that again. My sis, like literally, my sis Elizabeth, her name was Elizabeth, and my bro, they married and back together again, and it's just like, man, I remember my first time getting my sole proprietor, and she helped me get my EIN. Like, my homeboy literally, like, he would jump into anything, like literally, my OG dude, man. Like, the people you meet on your travels inside life teach you a lot about life. And for years, I'm trying to battle the pain of being in pain and working and stuff like that, but no, I'm not gonna beat that. I ain't gonna beat what just happened. Like, literally, it happened. Never would thought that when we fried food and stuff like that, like, not eating stuff that should give me a heart attack, but I'm putting a lot of stress on myself and my body, and I have a mind. And I just really feel like this will give me an opportunity to not only give people back that relationship life that they would want. Like, I also think back to when I was younger inside my life. Like, literally, this chapter is so deep. Like, it got me buzzing. Like, I've been contemplating so many days to what I'm gonna say in this chapter. It's just pure honesty, and this is what a person needs inside a coach. They need somebody that they could trust, somebody that they could literally put some information in, and this person is not going to turn it around to use it against them. And I clearly understand that. So please, join me on this journey. Let me help you. And for singles, I also got a service for you as well, because the simple fact is, I know how hard it is to go out there and put yourself out there and end up having to kiss a frog. Unfortunately, if you have to kiss a couple of frogs to get your prince, don't feel too bad, because it's just a part of that journey. God knows that you understand love on a different level, but instead of having sex before you find that out, find that out. Find out what that person is looking for. Because the simple fact is, if you communicate what you're looking for, you can't think about, oh, I'm gonna scare him away because I'm trying to talk about relationships too early. I'm trying to talk about marriage, children, and stuff like this, and he's not ready for that conversation yet. I hear you, but at the same time, if he ain't ready for that conversation, he might not be who you're looking for. It's really easy to go after what you're attracted to, what you see, but at the end of the day, every person that is in your path can't follow you down your path. So you understand what I'm trying to say. Listen, I know how hard it is to open up, and I know how hard it is to even see yourself inside the relationship as see. To me, I feel like that's my flaw. Because here it is, my wife loving me and saying, yeah, times is rough. We going through a transition right now inside our life that we're not happy with, but at the end of the day, we getting it done. And I'm saying inside my heart, as a man, as a husband, I could do better. No, I will do better. Refuse not to do better. See, inside this conversation, she is perfectly doing everything correctly right. And the whole simple fact is, I'm more acting off of my feelings as a man, as a husband. You see? Sometimes, even if you're not doing something abusive or anything like that, these are little things that we have to be able to be honest about with ourselves. Because at the end of the day, like, God could see anything that we do. Like, literally, there's nothing hidden under the sun with him. Anything that you do in the dark will always come to the light. Like, I'm far from perfect. Why do I believe that me coaching you could make you perfect? I don't. There's no way possible to ever make you a perfect person. There was never any perfect person. Jesus even broke a law of judging others just to show y'all that no one will ever be perfect. And at the same time, that with his sacrifice that he made for us, that we could be born without sin. And he didn't even know who we was. I just want to open up that side of the conversation. When it comes down to love, it's literally unconditional. It's not unconditional to the point where basically you let him abuse you with verbal abuse or physical abuse. That's not love. Love, literally, I'm not just talking to women, I'm also talking to men as well, because I've been in a situation where basically I don't put my hands on women and I've been abused. It didn't hurt. I didn't have to cry about it or anything, but I do understand that other side. And I know that a lot of men probably would never admit that, but I'm not here to bamboozle anyone. I want you to understand, I'm a regular God-fearing man just like y'all. perfectly imperfect, please, you can check with my wife. She'll let you know. She one of those, that's what I'm saying. Like, she's one of those people who, like, literally, no. She'll call you on the bullshit if it's bullshit. And that's more of what I'm more attracted to. That's the strength I kind of need in my partner, because some fact is the way that my brain works, it moves too swiftly sometimes. Sometimes I don't really think about the consequences behind it. I just think to myself like, hey, I want to make sure that I make something happen here. So I could have made produced a book under my own name, of course, but I wanted to give Divine Union Coaching the credits and build my company up even without clients. Either way, because sometimes it's more harder for a person to come to another person, but at the same time, literally, this is what God tells us to do. Like, literally, to come to each other so that we could build and fellowship and grow. It's a lot to take in, but at the end of the day, I just wanted to reintroduce myself. I'm Brother Divine. I do Divine Union Coaching. I like to help, like, literally open up some eyes, like, literally for the couples. I really want, like, to get to see that. I mean, I would love to save a family who probably right now feel like they're going through a rough time, but they're still together. They still got kids to raise. Got to make a lot of hard choices in those situations. Like, I mean, I was a single parent, and I have a whole lot of respect for those who do that. And man, when I tell you that I bit off more than I could chew, thank God to, like I said, those women inside that shelter, literally them stepping up and like literally helping. And I mean, I didn't know how to get them ready for periods, and guys don't know nothing about that. It was bad enough I was sending them out there with daddy ponytails. Like, y'all don't even understand, like, the journey that I've been through never added up to me trying to shortcut my life again. Because the last time that I shortcut my life, I ended up missing years out of my son's life and ending up in jail. Never doing that again. And I feel like this is a great opportunity because that's how my wife feels too. Like, no, nigga, I ain't doing no people who do illegal shit. That's just, no. So as you see, I work jobs, I do the neighborhood service, man. I'm offering services because the simple fact is, at the end of the day, I'd rather help people do jobs and take a less percentage for me than to be out there actually doing the physical work, because I'm getting older and literally it's taking a big toll. Like, it takes a lot to continuously move my body and not have time to exercise and at least get some of the joys out of life, like literally home ownership, all this, like everything that goes through my brain, like, and I still want with me going through all that and all this, I still want to help others because some fact is this is part of what God asked of me as a human, as a God-fearing man. I put divine on everything that I do because the simple fact is those things are divinely felt inside my heart. Now, I feel like this is one of those big things that's gonna grow exponentially because the simple fact is I bet there's a lot of people out there who really, really love love. Like, I don't believe all the hating that I be hearing on TikTok and all those different relationship people talking about relationships and how toxic men are. And literally, to tell you the truth, I heard some real stuff from them. Like, literally, you don't want a toxic man, but a pussy is kinda boring. So, what you want? You want an aggressive person who actually is gonna go for this, or you gonna want that pussy that's just gonna keep on having to think before they jump? See, I can keep it real. It's just like so much easier to want a man who makes six figures and not make six figures. Not know what it takes to make six figures. Not know what it takes to maintain six figures. Like, it's easy to want that. But someone treating you beautiful, like you the most important thing to their life, is undervalued. But the whole thing is, it takes time to get to that. Like, literally, you can't just jump in and just expect, oh, sparks are flying. Sometimes the sparks don't fly for the same exact reasons. Like, literally, I could swear that on everything I love, no one ever heard me say this out in real life, but I enjoy being naked. Like, literally, I enjoy that. And motherfucking, I met this woman from DC. I never said this to no one else except for her. Like, literally, when God said, you ask for something, be specific. Like, this wasn't even something that I added in there. And literally, she also was a person who enjoys the same thing. And if I would have never knew that without some kind of time put in. I mean, it wasn't much time, but still, the time, the effort, like paying attention to actually learning the things that you like and you dislike. And also being able to pay attention to when you being a little bit petty. And see, this is the scary part, because when we got to internally look into ourselves, it's kind of hard to really look into ourselves. It's just, I just really feel like this is a great time for me to be able to come out and even if I don't get a whole bunch of views online, I don't get a whole bunch of quotes and stuff like that on my posts, I know the truth that I'm marking down today, that I'm gonna get into this second chapter, which has been having me buzzing for like like I said, I feel like it's gonna be a great book. It's gonna be helping people be able to open up as to maybe some of the things that they probably noticed inside themselves, and give people a little bit of insight on how being inside a relationship could be great and then turn into something that's scary. Um, yes, is always good with the bad, and sometimes, like I said, you're gonna have to kiss some of those frogs to be able to get to your prince. But at the same time, maybe you get lucky on the first one. Little town blue.